If you do these three things, I guarantee you will find whatever your purpose in life is, and you will march towards it. I mean, there are so many days my mind comes up with amazing ideas in my shower while driving to work. It's amazing. And at night, I've given it challenges. In the morning, I have solutions. It works.
Welcome to the Kindness Podcast. I'm Nicole Phillips. Today, I am talking with Shashin Surkund, who is a technology leader who has spent his career building AI, data systems, things like that. But a deeply personal life event shifted his focus from the external systems to the internal system, the human mind. Now he's on a mission to raise awareness around mental health and to help people build lives that are really rooted in gratitude and in trust. I found him on the TEDx stage where he was amazing, and Shashin introduced an idea that's both really simple and powerful. What if we trained our minds the way we train AI? Shashin, I am so glad you are here today. Let's start here. You spent your career working with AI and with data. What made you turn that lens over to the human mind lens? Because that seems like a pretty big leap to me.
Yeah, Nicole. So this all happened at work, right? So now that I look back and I try to hindsight when you try to understand what got me to that point where I went to this personal life event at work where I was diagnosed with depression and I had to take a break from work for 6 months.
Oh,
So,
wow.
but what it led to was basically the way I look at it is throughout as a kid, I used to stutter. So, and I was bullied throughout my childhood, right? So that trained my mind to be always in a space of fear of failure, what others think about me. So that's when I think about it. When I reached an adult stage, public speaking was always like only a dream for me because of my stuttering, right? And then the addition to that, the training of my mind as a kid, that led me to a point along with kind of a toxic culture, right? Which at work, where like there's a saying that one bad apple can spoil the whole basket, right? So when somebody fills your mind every day with negativity, that's what you start thinking. So that got me to a stage where I had to take a break for like 6 months. But I'm so grateful that life event happened to me because that changed me as a person thanks to the wonderful people in my life. I mean, definitely I had to take medical help because my mind had reached a stage where it was not accepting any positive data, right? So I had to take medical help to balance my anxiety and stabilize my lows. And once it was ready to accept new data, it was the people in my life who reminded me the power of embracing positivity and being grateful for what you have in life. So those two things changed my whole mindset towards life. And as you said, right, once you find a purpose in your life, you get up at 5 in the morning, just like you, Nicole, just like how you get up every day in the morning to help people.
I'm so glad you mentioned, though, about getting medical help, right? Because sometimes when people hear me talk about kindness, they think toxic positivity. They think I'm telling people just be happy, think
Yeah.
happier thoughts. Do you
Yes.
ever run across people who misunderstand what you're saying?
Yeah. 2 years ago, when I shared my story with my nephew, who was in the 10th grade, like, so there it's like crazy back home in India. So when I shared my message with him, this was his first question. What about toxic positivity coming from my nephew? So, and he said, what if, so like we just ignore our negatives, right, in life. So basic, yeah. So what I told him was embracing positivity is not about ignoring your negatives. It is all about being ready for whatever life throws at you. Because we all go through difficult situations in our life, but now you are ready to accept them and deal with them in a positive way. And the best part about it, Nicole, is it's not just about you and your mind. It's about even the inner circle, the people in your life. So even that is what I teach, that be very intentional in picking the people in your inner circle, because there will be days and moments when it takes some time for your mind to help you. So those are the days where your people in your life will guide you. So
So I'm hearing you say, like, there's kind of different levels. Like, it was the medical help, and then it was your inner circle. I call those people my personal cheerleaders, right? They
yes,
are
my
my
wife.
they're
Yes.
my hype team.
Yeah.
And then it's the training of the brain. But before we go there, will you talk about, for people who are like, you know what, I don't know if I have a hype team. I don't know if I have people around me who really cheer me on. What does it look like to have a person who is part of that inner circle for you?
The way I look at it is, first, you need to train your mind. I always go with a positive intent, with the mindset that 10% of them will say, dude, who are you? Stay away from me. But because of those 10%, I will not ignore the remaining 90% of goodness and positive people in my life. So me and my wife always have those debates. Sachin, you are so nice, but people in this world are not always, many are not that way. They want to pull you down. I said, I agree with you, my dear, but because of those 10%, I will not miss out on the remaining 90%. So once you fill your mind with positivity, right? So that's one of my core principles. That's how I started my transformation journey, right? Feed your mind with so much positivity that there is no space for any negative thoughts. Once you do that, it works like a magnet. You won't believe, in the last 10 plus years, like the way I met you. So now you are part of my inner circle. It's like magnet. You start meeting like minded people automatically. It's that energy, that smile, that glow that comes from your inner side. People get attracted to you. And don't get me wrong, right? I'm not saying everybody is nice, but as long as you are nice, and just stay away from negative people. That's all I tell. So they will definitely, even at work, everywhere in life, you will meet negative people. You can't stay away from them. But there are techniques to kind of deal with them, right?
So I was thinking you meant a core group like your wife or your sister, or a certain amount of people who pull you out of bed when you want to throw the covers over your head. But you're saying you're looking at your inner circle as all of the people who are so good in this world that you run into.
Yes, because the way I explain in my sessions is, there are 8 billion people in this world. If my mission is, my inner circle is, my organization has 50,000. If my goal, if those 50,000 become my inner circle, it's still a drop in the whole ocean. So how small is your inner circle is very relative, because I am part of so many different communities. If my inner circle is just my wife and my best friend, they will not be there always for me. And there is so much goodness in this world. Why will I starve myself from that goodness?
Well, and it really shed some light on the loneliness epidemic, because there's all kinds of research that talks about how people are lonelier than ever. But you're saying, I don't know, if you widen that inner circle, maybe it's not so lonely. 50,000 doesn't feel very lonely to me. So
Yes,
that's a really neat way to look at it. So can you explain then, when you talk about training your mind and thoughts and treating our minds like an AI model, can you explain what that means in practical, everyday ways? Other than just, not just, but other than what you put out there is what you're going to get back, right? But what practical, everyday ways do we do that?
definitely, right? So one of the biggest realization to me was, which I even shared in my TEDx talk, was the relationship you have with your mind. It's one of the most important things. It's one of the longest relationships you will ever have, right? When you're not talking to anyone, who are you talking to? Yourself, right? And your mind. It's like a database of your life, your thoughts, your dreams. If you enrich it with positivity, imagine the goodness that can come out of it if you can make it your best friend. So that is the first step I did to my life, right? Basically training, and I use technology. I use my phone, my all my social channels. I subscribe to so many amazing inspirational leaders. I subscribe to so many positive thought groups. And now it's the AI models that run. What I look is what I get. That's what
Ah,
Facebook, that's what LinkedIn think, that's what you need. So they give me more of that, right? So that I use
okay.
technology to my advantage. That was step number one, right? And then there is the step number two about where I compare, like we have been told, start your day with the healthy breakfast. What about your mind, right? So I started this 12 years ago, where I started sending me and my team a couple of positive thoughts from my social feeds. It's a simple email containing 3 or 4 positive thoughts. I call it my daily dose of positivity. Now, 12 years later, it reaches thousands of people across my organization. People that have left my work have given me their personal email addresses. They have given me their email addresses of their family members, their kids going to colleges. And it's just 4 positive thoughts. The whole start your day. All I ask is 30 seconds of your life, of your day, not for me, for you. Just read those thoughts. It may not help you day one, but I guarantee you one day you will send me an email saying that, Sachin, thank you. Yesterday I was going through a stressful day, and one of those thoughts just changed my mindset. And I have so many examples, Nicole, people opening up their hearts and sharing their personal stories with me, how this simple email helped them, helped their family members. And one day, if I don't send it, I get pings at work. So, Sachin, are you fine? Where is my DDOP? So,
Where's
so
my DDOP? Where's my
yeah,
daily dose of positivity?
yes, yes,
Yeah, well, I really believe, and I say all the time, what you look for is what you'll see. And when we look for the positive around us, we'll see it, but it's a lens that we put on. And so I'm hearing you say, start your day with a healthy breakfast. Start your day, start your mind with a healthy dose of
dose of positive.
positivity.
So that was step number one, right? And then the
Yeah.
step number two, because that's of how I compare. Because for years we have been trying to build AI to replicate our mind, our brain, how our brain works. I am now reversing it. Our brain itself works, right? That's how, fortunately for me, ChatGPT, everybody knows about it, right? So I say, why not treat our mind as our inner ChatGPT and train it using a human language model where GPT is gratitude and positive thoughts. So I explained to you about the positive thoughts, right? Find ways to fill your mind with positive thoughts, positive content. And that includes having interactions with the people in your inner circle. Because now even that's important. The interactions you have, that gets fed into your mind. That's the data you feed your mind. And then how do you train it? It's by practicing gratitude, right? And once you start practicing gratitude, kindness becomes your DNA. You put kindness in action. Once you feel grateful for what you have in life, all you think about is how I can make the lives of other people better.
Yes, it's true. It just becomes, right, your DNA. It becomes part of who you are. When you look back 13 years ago, 14 years ago, do you do you recognize Shashin from 14 years ago? Or do you think, huh, I'm not sure that person really exists? Or what does it feel like to look back to that person?
Yeah, maybe I should get my wife on the call. She will.
Yeah.
She will.
My husband would be the same way. He always says it's Nicole like 8.0,
Yeah.
and yet there
Yes.
are days when, you could definitely see Nicole 1.0.
So definitely my personal and my professional life, me as a human being has completely transformed, right? So as I said, my people at work have bestowed me with the title of Chief Happiness Officer, which is an unofficial title. And yeah, even at work, right? So I always now I look for opportunities, right? I look for opportunities to reach out to more people, to basically, if there are any problems happening, I will raise my hand. Okay, I will help out in those problems. And even my relationship with my wife, my children, that has also improved so much. But don't get me wrong, even I am a human, right? So even I make mistakes. We and my wife, we going to get into arguments, but still, it's gotten better. You realize that you are wrong. That is why your relationship with your mind, training your mind, it's not I fed it positivity and then I'm done. You have to keep doing it every day, but the benefits are exponential. So that is why it's become like a practice for me. So
And I like how you connect it to, because I think people, especially now, notice the algorithms of the internet. They notice, like, I talked about this hair care product and now I'm getting hair care
yeah,
products, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And people are like, how does that happen? So connecting that to your mind and also using the technology to your benefit, I can see the connection. It's garbage in, garbage out, or good things in,
And
good
amazing
things.
things out.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
your
yeah.
mind doesn't know right to wrong. It's finally what you feed it, right? It will just believe what you feed it. It's up to you to be very intentional in feeding it. So that's why I'm saying start with yourself. Be kind to yourself. That's the first thing. Once you're kind to yourself, you will change the world. So
When your own thoughts start to spiral, even though you are surrounded by, like, you're putting in the good stuff, what's a tool that you use to kind of interrupt that own pattern in your head?
multiple things, right? So even meditation has helped me. So I use spiritual music in the form of meditation. So that one thing has helped me. And even right, so I follow Gaur Gopal Das. So one of his reels, I came across the practice of pause, the importance of pausing in life. So even that has really helped me in so many situations, right?
Say
And
more about that. Tell me more about that. How do you pause in the middle?
I mean, one example is right. You get an email, or whenever you are having an interaction, or you're basically in argument with someone, your wife or at work, and also don't react immediately, right? So I have learned to pause and sometimes just keeping silent, giving that time, right? So that has helped me in so many situations in my life. My response or my reaction when my mind is calm is very different than if I had not waited and reacted immediately or responded immediately. So those are the two things. And then the other thing that you asked me, right? When you get bombarded with thoughts and confusion. So how do I handle those situations? I think those two techniques have helped me a lot, especially the spiritual music has that meditation. Right? There are different forms of meditation. So my best friend at work, who was even my manager when I was going through my depression, he introduced me to this spiritual music. That's what I listen to 24/7. And that particular music, right? It has so much power. It will put me to bed when I want to go to bed. When I'm going on long drives, it just gives me peace, right? So it amazingly it trains my mind based on that situation. Oh,
We're gonna have to share that music in the show
yeah,
notes, a
definitely I would
place for
share
people
that.
to find it. And
Yes,
I have in the show notes also for people to find you on, all of your social places that they can find you. But I think we should put that music in there too, because I'm sure that there is somebody listening who is saying, "What is it? I want to hear this. I need to hear this."
definitely, definitely.
During your TEDx talk, you mentioned that you like to make up songs and you like to sing. Tell me
Yes.
more.
So I've always used music as a channel because I think even remember in my talk, I even shared during my childhood, right? Because of my stuttering. When I sang, I did not stutter. So that gave me some kind of happiness. Fortunately, that singing, I always carried on with my life, right? I was always a person. I was always a person that I mean, I was very happy. What do you call it? So humor was always part of my life, and I've used music also. So when I came back after my life event in the last 10 plus years, I have used music as a gratitude channel at work, not only to share accomplishments, but also I do multiple uh, like acts of kindness, which gives me so much joy and happiness. And one of them is every December, right? Before we take a 2 week break, I make my own version of mango ice cream called home mango kulfi. I will share the recipe. It's very easy to make. So I just
Good.
look for opportunities to make that. So I make that mango ice cream and I go to our campus cafe staff, right? So and I serve them this mango kulfi, and every year I come up with a fun song where I change the lyrics. It's based on different songs that I have grown up. So one of my favorite songs is based on the movie Sound of Music. These are a few of my favorite things. So if you want, I can sing it right now.
Yes, please.
So this is how it goes. Strawberry parfait and blueberry muffins, custom egg omelets with grilled veggie stuffings. Hazelnut coffee with honey and cream. These are a few of my favorite things. Buffalo spice tofu encased in a pita roll on Wednesdays. Veggie pea dumplings that satisfies my soul on Thursdays. Barbecue glazed salmon with sweet potato fries. These are a few of my favorite things. When I'm stressed out, when I'm hungry, when I'm feeling sad, I simply head down to my campus cafe and then I don't feel, drum roll please, so bad. Thank you.
So good. That is so that must have absolutely delighted the staff. Did it
So they
just
look forward to it every year now, and they have started singing this song with me. So even if every year I come up with a different song, this has become their favorite song. We start with this, and then I come up with like different songs based on different Christmas carols or whatever. So
and
and to your
I,
point, right? So it gives me so much joy, and many of them are in tears because this is it was like a surprise for them, right? So that nobody has done this, and I feel so. I mean, throughout the year they feed us such amazing food. So one day in a year, it's my job to say thank you to them. So
and what a lovely way to do it with a little food and a beautiful fun song, some laughter, right? It's all of that. Oh. Um for someone listening who feels overwhelmed by their thoughts, what do you want to say to them today?
all I want to say to them is you are not alone, right? First is the most important thing. I think you had even asked me, right? The taking the medical help. You won't believe, Nicole, it took me team 2 months, right? It was that male ego. 2 months to realize that something is not right with me. For the first 2 months, I just did simple counseling. I went to a counselor, I shared my story, I was in tears, I came back home, nothing happened. Then finally, I had to take medical help. I had to take medication for those 6 months because finally it is a disease, just like you get headache, you get flu, right? But once you balance, you stabilize your mind, then you won't believe how amazing, how powerful it is. It will become your best friend. So to this your wonderful audience, that don't worry, there is a solution. I am sharing one of my solution, what how I approached, and I'm very grateful what happened to me. I learned so much from my life experience. There is a good way, there is a way out of it, but it's up to you, right, to realize that. And then finding the right people in your life. I am sure there will be right people, and if you don't find one, please share my phone number with them. They can talk to me. If I can help them in any way, I would love to.
Because you know exactly what it feels like to be there, right? And I think just giving people hope and reminding them, like, you are not alone. That's pretty precious. That's very precious. What haven't I asked that you want? What else do you want to share with people? What haven't I asked? Are there parts of your process that you feel like this is really important? Let's share this.
So as I said, so like three important things, right? So the way I trained my mind, right? So the first thing is making uh, harnessing, right? When I say living a positive mindset life, first is try embracing positivity. Do your best. Then comes the practicing gratitude. You can practice gratitude in so many ways, right? So those are the two things. And the third most important thing is the people in your life, the inner circle, right? So, and then if you do these three things, I guarantee you, you will find whatever your purpose in life is, and you will march towards it. I mean, there are so many days my mind comes up with amazing ideas in my shower while driving to work. It's amazing. And at night, I've given it challenges. In the morning, I have solutions. It works.
Tell me more about that. You give your mind a challenge at night, and
Yeah,
it
if there
doesn't
are
wake you
some.
up at 2 in the morning and say, "I've got the answer." Because sometimes the answer comes to me at 2 in the morning. I'm like, no, no, let's wait until about 6 a.m.
So fortunately not, but it has in my shower, right? I have gotten those ideas while brushing in the morning or in the shower or my drive to work. Those ideas have popped up. Wow, wow. Maybe this is one way I can solve this. So
And so that's the sign of a healthy brain, you think,
yes,
to be able to live in a place where you have your central nervous system calm enough that your brain can be creative.
yes, yeah, yes. And you won't believe, I mean, even I did not know I could paint. You can see those paintings? I did those.
Yes, they're beautiful paintings behind you. Yes.
So
You
that's
did
one more.
those.
Yes. So it was during COVID. My wife and my daughter, one weekend, they started doing this oil pastels. I joined them. I said, we do so many PowerPoint slides at work. Maybe let me try this out. You won't believe they moved on to something else. I got hooked onto it. So so now I've started even giving some of my paintings as a gift of appreciation to people, to associates, to my colleagues at work. So, and this is one more channel I use to de-stress myself. If there are days where I am, to your point, I'm stressed out, I just pick up a, and I just follow many YouTube channels. So I started with just following them. But now over time, my buddy out here comes up with ideas how to mix two or three and create your own artwork. So
Throughout this interview, I have noticed a theme in you, and it is this unabashed humility. It's this: I'm willing to sing, I'm willing to laugh, I'm willing to share my story, I'm willing to share my painting. Where does that come from? Have you always had that sort of like, whatever, I don't mind, maybe it's embarrassing, maybe it's not embarrassing. Have you always been that way?
no, no. So to your point, right? Even my wife asked me. Once I came back from my depression, my goal was to do everything possible in my power because what I went through, I realized it was not worth it. It was not worth it at all. And the only way I can do it is be out there and share my story, be vulnerable, be yourself, and it's okay. So there have been days, to your point, I know at work people made fun of me. What is this dude singing? So there will always be critics in your life. But I don't care because in my heart, I know what I'm doing. Even if it helps one person, it brings a smile to one person, my day is done. So for that day. That is why there is a saying that I'm an open book in a good way. So I'm fine sharing my story, being out there, and if people can benefit from it, I'm I'm open to share my learnings, how I changed myself, and so
Gives me chills to think about what you just said, that you do it for the one. You don't do it for the it doesn't matter. Like if people don't like it, because there's someone out there that needs you and you are showing up for that person.
yes, and you
That
won't believe, Nicole, those same people over years have turned around when they have realized my why, right? And they have come back and they have started appreciating. They have started becoming my influencers.
Yeah, it comes around. Yeah,
Yes.
there's something. It's like kill them with kindness, right?
Yes, exactly, exactly. And
Oh, Shashin, thank you so much for talking with me today. This has been absolutely delightful. And thank you for reminding us that the relationship that we have with our thoughts really does. It's the longest one ever, and it shapes everything else in our lives. Kindness is not just something we give to other people. It is something we practice in the quiet moments, in the way that we speak to ourselves and what we choose to notice. And so, listener, if this conversation made you pause or rethink the way that you talk to yourself, would you please share this conversation with someone you think who might need that reminder? And remember, what you look for is what you'll see.